What's going on, guys? Eric here with the follow-up video to my previous video, the last video being the 3-axis Dragon Link deck profile. This video will be focusing on a few combos that the deck can utilize to set up those very devastating oppressive boards. The first combo will be the combo that Matteo shows in his deck profile on E-Man's channel, just a bit more in-depth and explained. Then he did it quite quickly at the end of the video. And then after that there will be two new combos never seen before, combos that are relatively simple. I'm sure a lot of people who play the deck have picked it up, but those who haven't, it's good to know. There will be timestamps in the first pinned comment down below, so if you want to skip ahead of Matteo's first combo and go to the two new combos, you are more than welcome to. Everything in these combos is cookie cutter. I've pre-arranged them just to remove elements of RNG and things like that. But yeah, we can just jump right into it. So this is combo number one. Each combo will be cut into each other just for setup sake, and yeah, let's just get into it. So our opening hand in this case is a tour guide, Lone Fire Blossom, and 3 random cards. The Lone Fire Blossom could also be any random card. I was just thinking of putting in another normal summon in the hand just so that we can utilize our 1-card combo in the form of tour guide. So in this case, you will normal summon the tour guide, activate tour guide's effect to special summon the Rhino. Like I said in my deck profile, the reason we summon the Rhino instead of the Graph is because if they ash the Rhino, we still have the Graph to send off of our Cherubini. You then link the two away for Cherubini and activate Rhino's effect to dump Graph. Graph's effect then activates to special summon our Sir. We special summon him to a zone Cherubini points to, just so that he doesn't kill himself when we summon a monster that isn't a Burning Abyss monster. We then activate Cherubini's effect to send our level 3, being Carbonedon. Carbonedon's effect, we banish him in order to special summon our Hunter Dragon. Drawing the Hunter Dragon is not a problem, as Carbonedon can also summon a normal dragon type monster from the hand, so that removes this from being a brick. Yes, you'll have one less card in hand, but it doesn't really matter as long as we can get our combo going. We then link away the Hunter Dragon for our Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon's effect adds us the Rocket Field spell, also known as Boot Sector Launch. From there, we will then link the 3 away into a Curious. They are 3 different types, but they are all the same attribute, being Dark. When Curious is summoned, we will go Chain Link 1 Curious, Chain Link 2 Sir, targeting the Cherubini. Reason being is this chain blocks against things like Ash, as well as generic gates. The card that this does not chain block against is Infinite Impermanence and Effect Veiler, which, like I state in the deck profile, hurts this deck quite a lot because they can still hit this Curious and in fact stop this combo dead in its tracks. So we go Cherubini, summon back. The Curious will dump our Absoluta Dragon, which gets to add our Rocket Tracer. At this point, you'll want to make a Appaloosa. If they did have Nibiru and they haven't Nibiru'd at this point, that means they won't be able to in the foreseeable future. The only time they can Nibiru after this is if they've got 2 cards that they can chain on top of one another, such as chaining Thanos to the Appaloosa, Appaloosa negates, and then what they'll do is they'll chain the Nibiru, and because Appaloosa is only once per chain, it'll still wipe the board. At this point, we will activate our Boot Sector Launch, which allows us to special summon our Rocket Tracer, which allows us to get into our Guard Dragon combo. We link away the Rocket Tracer, summoning out our Alpi. Alpi then summons a Dragon type monster from the deck, so we will special summon out Brotor. Brotor's effect, we need to discard a random card, so we'll discard the Lone Fire Blossom for now to add our Chaos Dragon Leviania to our hand. We then link away the Brotor to special summon out our Pitsy. Pitsy's effect, special summoning from the graveyard a dragon to a zone that 2 linked monsters point to. We'll summon back our Rocket Tracer because we need him to make our Barlord Savage Dragon. this point we'll link the 2 dragons away. As we are stuck into dragons, we need to go into a dragon, so we go into the Cherubini link. The Cherubini link's effect adds us our dragon ravine. At this point you want to either activate the Dragon Ravine or special summon your Chaos Dragon Levineer. So we'll special summon the Chaos Dragon Levineer first. It doesn't really matter the order. Banishing 3 darks, I'm not going to pick 3 darks just for organization, but I usually get rid of the guard dragons as well as the striker dragon. So we summon out our Levineer, rip a card out of our opponent's hand. We'll remove the boot scepter launch for Dragon Ravine, activate Dragon Ravine's effect by discarding another one of our random cards to send our Galactic Spiral Dragon. Galactic Spiral Dragon's effect special summons itself to the field because we control 2 dragon type monsters that are either dark or light. We have 2 dark. We then make our Harbinger Dragon for our spell negate. And then for the final piece of the puzzle, we use our Rocket Tracer's effect to destroy the Cherubini link, which at that point was just a body on board that had very low attack points, so it was vulnerable to attacks. And then we special summon our shitty rocket monster. I say shitty because this is, like I said in the deck profile, the one with the least likely effect to go off, as well as the lowest attack and defense. The reason we summon this one is we want to save the others for late game, just in case we run into any trouble with high attack or defense type monsters. We summon out the Magna Rocket Dragon. We then synchro for our Borrowed Savage Dragon, and we attach the Curious to our Borrowed Savage Dragon, giving it a total of 3 negates. So that's the very basic combo that Matteo shows in his video, 1 card combo with no other extenders, no other rocket monsters in hand. Very powerful board. We have 4 negates essentially, 2 in the form of Appaloosa, 1 in the form of Borrowed Savage, and a spell in the form of Harbinger, which will also protect the Appaloosa from battle. We have 2 other random cards, like I said, if they are extenders or other monsters, that will be shown in the upcoming combos. One thing about this deck, like I said in the beginning, it doesn't have a lot of follow-ups, but a good follow-up you can do uses Safe Route. So in the case that your opponent has their turn and they're able to get a body on board to attack the Appaloosa, you can defend the Appaloosa with the Harbinger, detaching your Chaos Dragon Levineer. Then during your turn, what you can do is you draw any random card, it doesn't matter, you discard a random card and you send the Safe Route to the graveyard. Safe Route's effect in grave, you can then banish it to add back the Chaos Dragon Levineer. And in this case you can special summon it and destroy 2 cards, you can rip another card, or you could just summon it as a big body on board, as 3000 plus 4200 plus 3000 is most likely definitely game. Anyway guys, that's combo number 1. Moving on to combo number 2. What's up guys, this is combo number 2, very similar to combo number 1 with a little bit of reliance on our RNG. Just for variance, I have changed up our normal summon. Instead of Tour Guide, we are using Auto Scorpio, and instead of 4 blank cards, we have 3 blank cards and 1 level 3 extender in the form of Kagemusha Knight. So let's just jump right into combo number 2. We normal summon our Auto Scorpio, and then we can chain block the Auto Scorpio's effect using Kagemusha Knight. We discard his cost. Special summon the Kagemusha Knight is chaining 2. Like I said, very similar to that of Salamangreat, where Foul can chain block the normal summon or summon of a Salamangreat monster. This chain blocks the normal summon of a level 3 monster. Summon the Kagemusha Knight. Auto Scorpio resolves without any interruptions, unless they have an effect fail or an impermanent. Like I said, we add a special summon our Darling Cobra, which adds us our instant fusion. From here, it's pretty much the exact same combo. We link 2 into our Cherubini. Alright, Cherubini's effect, in this case, similar to the first combo, we do send the Rhino. Like I said, if they ash the graph, it makes the combo a little bit difficult. In this case, it is a little bit more fragile than the Tour Guide, as if they ash this Rhino now, it's a bit difficult to continue. However, we do have our other extender to play through it, but we will keep the graph in deck in case we mill it later off of Curious, or we actually send it off of our Curious. But without disruption, this is how the combo goes. Rhino's effect sends graph, Graph's Effect, special summon Sir. Obviously to a zone Cherubini points to, so he doesn't kill himself. We then activate our Instant Fusion, summoning out our Dark Fire Dragon. We then link the Dark Fire Dragon away into our Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon's effect adds us our Boot Sector Launch. From here we link the 3 away into our Curious. Chainlink 1 Curious, Chainlink 2 Sir. Sir targets Cherubini, special summons back Cherubini. Curious will dump Absoluta. Absoluta, Chainlink 2, Curious, Chainlink 1. Curious, Chainlink 2, Absoluta, Chainlink 1, as we need to add that Tracer. Mold 3, add the Tracer. Now, you'll notice that I'm summoning the Cherubini as well as the level 3 extender here in the corner because we need to save these 3 zones for our God Dragon combo. Then, instead of the Cherubini, we are now linking away the Curious and the Kagemusha Knight to make our Appaloosa, which leaves our link to Cherubini on board. We then activate our Boot Sector Launch, special summoning our Tracer, and then going into our God Dragon combo. Summoning Alpi. Alpi summons back Brotar. Brotar's effect, we discard a random card, add our Levianeer, link the Brotar away. We use Pisty's effect, summon back the Tracer. We're still locked into dragons, so we link away the 2 God Dragon monsters for our Dragunity link, which adds us our Dragon Ravine. Now, this is where there's slight variance in the combo. Instead of using the Tracer to pop the Dragunity link, what we will do is we link these 2 away into our Griffin. Griffin's effect can then be activated to discard the other random card we have in our hand to set a spell or trap card that you potentially mold off of the Curious. Hopefully you will have molded the Anti-Spell Fragrance. If you had drawn an Anti-Spell Fragrance or an Imperial Order in hand, what you can do is you can discard the Anti-Spell, use Griffin's effect to then set the Anti-Spell, and then you get access to another random card. So this is where this combo has a little bit of reliance on what you mull and what you open in your opening hand, but like I said, not really an issue. Having that Griffin to just disrupt the board and special summon monsters effect is very, very powerful, and it's also another huge body on board. So for the instance of this combo, we'll discard the Call by the Grave, reset the Call by the Grave, and then we will draw one other random card. From here, what we'll do is we'll special summon our Chaos Dragon Levianeer using 3 dark monsters to rip a card out of our opponent's hands. From there, we have 2 dark monsters on board. So what we will do is 2 dark dragon monsters. We'll then activate Dragon Ravine, getting rid of our Boot Sector, discarding the random card that we drew to send our Galactic Spiral Dragon. We have 2 dragon type dark monsters. We can then special summon the Galactic Spiral Dragon. Now, if you had mulled an Anti-Spell Fragrance or drew it in your opening hand or an Imperial Order, in this case I would prefer to go into Dingrisu because we already have our Spell Disruption. However, if you did not mull the Anti-Spell Fragrance and it was just a Call by the Grave, in this case you still go for your Harbinger. From here, your Rocket Tracer will not destroy any of your big monsters that you've just worked to get to. It will pop the Dragon Ravine to special summon out our shitty rockets. Now, this does mean that we don't have a big follow-up play like I showed in the first combo, but we do have a more oppressive board in the form of Griffin, as well as Borrowed Savage Dragon, Harbinger, potentially an Anti-Spell or Imperial Order, in this case a Call by the Grave, which can be used for disruption nonetheless. As you can see, I do lay out my cards playing around Mech Knights. They aren't very prevalent in this format, but it's always something to be aware of, as well as Magical Musketeers. And there you go, guys, that is combo number 2. Combo number 3 is the most powerful combo. That is the one where we set up the full board with the Imperial Order or Anti-Spell Fragrance without having to rely on RNG. I'll catch you then. Alright guys, so this is combo number 3. This is the combo you all came here for. This is the opening hand that we use to achieve the full end board, which consists of Dingrisu, Nightmare Griffin, Borrowed Savage Dragon, Appaloosa, as well as a set Imperial Order / Anti-Spell Fragrance. This is the most powerful board this deck can make using its opening hand, which needs to consist of one of your 1-card starters. We've gone back to Tour Guide just for simplicity. You need to open either Quick Launch, Foolish Burial, or Rocket Tracer, just so that you have that Rocket Tracer in hand, as well as any level 3 extender or extender at all in the form of Kagemucha Knight and 2 blank cards. This is the most powerful board I have come up with a very cookie cutter hand, so let's just jump right into it. We normal summon our Tour Guide and chain block it with the Kagemucha Knight, special summoning out our Rhino. From there we link the 2 away for our Cherubini, and Rhino's effect will go off to send our Graph and special summon our Sir. From there we'll activate Cherubini's effect to send Carbonedon, banish the Carbonedon, and special summon the Hunter Dragon, very similar to the last and first combo. From here we link away the Hunter Dragon into our Striker Dragon, activate Striker Dragon's effect, and add ourselves the Boot Sector Launch. I'm sure you can already see where this is heading. We then link the 3 away into our Curious, chainlink 1 Curious, chainlink 2 Sir, to special summon back our Cherubini, once again on the far side, so we leave our zones open. But now, instead of sending our Absoluta to get access to our Tracer Dragon, we can send Imperial Order. From here we link these 2 guys away into our Appaloosa, leaving the Cherubini on board for the Griffin play. From here we'll activate our Boot Sector Launch to special summon our Rocket Tracer. Then we go into our Guard Dragon combo. Link 1 for Ulpi, special summon out Brotal. Discard our random card, add ourselves the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Link the Brotal away for our Pitsy effect, special summon back the Rocket Tracer. Here we link the 2 away as we are locked into dragons, special summoning the Dragoonity, and adding ourselves that Dragon Ravine. Then from here we'll link the 2 link 2s away into our Nightmare Griffin, except this time when we discard our random card we have a definite target in the form of Imperial Order, and we'll set the Imperial Order and we will draw our random card, in this case another Called by the Grave. From here we can activate Dragon Ravine, discarding that random card we just drew to send our Galactic Spiral Dragon. We then banish 3 Dark Monsters to rip a card, special summoning our Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Because we have 2 Dark Dragon type monsters, we special summon our Galactic Spiral Dragon. We then overlay the 2. Because we have our Spell Disruption, we can then go into Dingrisu, which protects all of our cards from destruction twice, not once per turn. Very powerful. Then our Rock Dragon, once again removing that follow-up play, but that in this case it doesn't really matter because this is such a powerful board it is almost impossible to break. Summoning our shitty Rocket Monster, and finally synchroing into our Borrowed Savage Dragon. So guys, this is the full end board combo, also very achievable using less cards, potentially a different extender. It does not have to be a level 3 extender in the form of Kagemucha Knight. And yeah, this deck is very powerful. I suggest picking it up and getting into it as soon as you can. I think it is a sleeper deck of the format, potentially one of the best decks of the upcoming format. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the deck profile that I posted yesterday. This is, like I said, one of my quickly becoming favorite decks, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about these combos and if I missed any, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks, guys.